Students, today I am going to discuss the megasporogenesis and development of monosporic embryo sac. Now, first we want to know about the megasporogenesis. Megasporogenesis, development of megaspore from the megaspore mother cell development of megaspore from the megaspore mother cell is called megasporogenesis. As the ovule develops, this is the ovule. This is the funicle. This is the nucellus. And in the nucellus, a functional, this is the nucellus. In the nucellus, a cell will become enlarged in size and it will become archisporium. In the nucellus, one hypodermal cells will become enlarged in size. This is the nucellus. From the nucellus, only one cell, that is hypodermal cell, will become enlarged in size and it will become archisporium. In some plants, what may happen, this archisporium directly acts as megaspore mother cell. And in some other plants, what may happen, this archisporium undergoes division, transverse division and forms two cells like this, two nuclei. Here one it will become primary parietal cell and another one will become primary sporogenous cell. This primary parietal cell may divide or may not divide. When it divides, it divides periclinally like this, and also anticlinally it will divide. To embed the primary sporogenous cells deep into the nucellus. Here it will undergo periclinal and anticlinal division, so that to embed the primary sporogenous cell deep into the developing into the nucellus. This primary sporogenous cell will become megaspore mother cell. Megaspore mother cell. This undergoes meiotic division and forms 4 megaspores. Here this is the primary sporogenous cell and it may act as megaspore mother cell. This megaspore mother cell undergoes meiotic division and forms 4 megaspores. These megaspores, these 4 megaspores arranged in a linear tetrad form, 1, 2, 3, 4, so that is why it is a linear tetrad form, and the nucleus which are present, the cell which is present towards the megaspore which is present towards the chalazal end, it will become functional megaspore. Functional megaspore. This is the first cell in the embryo sac formation. What happened to the remaining 3 cells? It will be degenerated. It will be degenerated and it will form this only one functional megaspore involved in the development of embryo sac. This type of development is called monosporic development. And sometimes what may happen, among the 4 megaspores developed, 2 megaspores may be utilized for the development of embryo sac, that is called bisporic development. If the 2 and the remaining 2 will be degenerated. Sometimes what may happen, all the 4 megaspores may be involved in the development of the embryo sac, that is called tetrasporic development. Once again, in all the 4 megaspores which is formed from the megaspore mother cell through the meiotic division, one may become functional, and this one functional megaspore may involve in the development of the embryo sac, that is called the monosporic embryo sac development. And if 2 are involved in the development of the embryo sac, that is called the bisporic. If all the 4 involved in the megaspores involved in the development of the embryo sac, it is called the tetrasporic. Now I am going to explain the monosporic development of the embryo sac. Now I am going to explain the development of monosporic embryo sac. Already I told you what is meant by monosporic embryo sac development. Only one functional megaspore which is involved in the formation of embryo sac, that is called the monosporic embryo sac. Here in the only one cell, only one megaspore, when it is involved in the development of the embryo sac, that is called the monosporic. In this, it will undergo mitotic division, and it forms a 2 nuclei like this, and in between these 2 nuclei, a vacuole will be developed here, so that these 2 nuclei are pushed towards this is a large vacuole which is developed here, pushed towards the poles. Here one is towards the micropellar end and another one is the Chalazar end. It will be pushed, and this is the Chalazar end, and this is the micropellar end. When these 2 nuclei are formed, here it will undergo again 2 times mitotic division. So what may happen? Here 4 nuclei will be developed. Here also it will undergo 4 that is twice mitotic division, so that 4 nuclei will be developed here. So there is no wall formation, only at the final mitotic division only the cellular organization may occur. And here what this embryo sac, the size of the cell will be increased here, and it will be elongated towards the micropellar end, and as well as the Chalazar end, it will be elongated, and now only the cellular organizations will occur, and the 4 nuclei, among the 4 nuclei towards the micropellar end, 3 will become totally it will become egg apparatus. Three will become egg apparatus and one will be left free in the central cell. This is the central cell and one will become free in the central cell. That is called the upper polar nucleus. And the 4 nuclei which are present here, it will become 3 will become antipodals. These 3 cells will become antipodals towards the chalazal end. Antipodals. And one which is present here, it will be left here in the central cell as the free nucleus. This is called the lower polar nucleus. In some plants, these 2 nuclei may be fused like this, and this is called secondary nucleus. And here in the egg apparatus which is present at the center, it is the egg cell, and the 2 which are present beside the egg cell, these are called synergids. These synergids, in the synergids, there are cellular thickening is called, this cellular thickening is called filiform apparatus. This filiform apparatus help in the absorption and conduction of the nutrition to the developing embryo sac. This filiform apparatus help in the conduction and absorption of the food for the developing embryo. And also the synergids secretes a chemotropic substance. The synergid secretes chemotropic substance to attract the pollen tube towards the egg. And also this filiform apparatus help to guide the pollen tube towards the egg. After all the cellular organization, a developed embryo sac consists of 8 nuclei with 7 cells. 7 cells have 8 nuclei. Here 2 polar nuclei, and here 3 cells, 2 synergids and 1 egg cell, and here 3 antipodal cells. Students, you might have understood the megasporogenesis as well as the development of the monosporic embryo sac. I think it will be very helpful for your preparation. Thank you, students.